Pizza!
Oh, pizza.
Levels like a true gaming fiend. She's got the skill, she's got the moves. She's the queen of the virtual scene. Gaming chick, oh wow. She's a gaming chick, ruling the gaming world with every click. Oh wow, she's the one to beat. She'll never back down or take defeat. Gaming chick.
Hello once again, my chickadees. Game & Chick is back once again with another review. Before we get started, I'd like to give a big thank you to the kind folks over at Illfonic for providing me a review copy to make this review possible. Thank you so much. So now with that having been said, let's clown around. Klowns from Outer Space, the game, is the latest asymmetrical game to hit the gaming market, and it is developed and published by Illfonic. With their asymmetrical title of Ghostbusters Spirit Unleashed being a success in fans' eyes, with staying true to what people loved about the IP, Illfonic now decides to tackle another cult classic with Killer Klowns. But is this the right property to make into an asymmetrical game, or should they have stopped while they were ahead? Only one way to find out, so let's go to the circus. Gameplay. Step right up, ladies and gentlemen, to the zaniest, wackiest, and most absurd gaming experience of the year. Killer Klowns from Outer Space, the game is here, and it's as ridiculous and delightful as the 1998 cult classic that inspired it. Even down to having a Terenzi Brothers cameos at the end of rounds, who shows up in their big old ice cream truck. Although this time, they aren't looking for some hot clown babes like in the movie. Speaking of the movie, by the way, in which this game is, based off of, if you haven't actually seen it, then do yourself a favor, stop what you're doing and go watch it right now so you understand every single reference that this title throws at you. References from evil popcorn, turning people into cocoons, and sucking their blood out with a funny straw, melt people away with acid ice cream, or knock someone's block off like your Shorty with his itty-bitty boxing gloves. Hey Shorty, what are you gonna do? Knock my block off? No, wait a minute. Shorty? No! Scary little Shorty aside, Killer Klowns from Outer Space is a masterpiece in filmmaking when it comes to a B level of cinema, and while it might not win an Oscar for the content provided, it still has remained a complete cult classic for millions of people worldwide, including myself. I mean, come on! Extraterrestrial clowns that invade Earth and harvest humans in human-sized cotton candy cocoons. What's not to love? Who can resist an awesome shadow hand puppet show by Slim? Not me!
Holy shit! Believe it.
The premise of the game, being an asymmetrical game, is pretty simple and doesn't take a lot of thought. You play as either the Killer Klowns themselves, which is pretty dang awesome, especially since you can create your own custom clown for you to use in multiplayer matches, which in my case I created a female clown. But even as a clown, I still really didn't feel safe, because around every corner I was sure a Terenzi was lurking. You can never be too careful, just saying. On the flip side of being able to play as the clowns and creating a custom one yourself, you're also able to take on the roles of townsfolk, who are either trying to put a stop to the Killer Klowns' antics or escape the town with their lives before the clownpocalypse happens that wipes everyone out. just like me after a night of Taco Bell. Just like the clown customization, you can create your own human as well. However, I chose to just play as Debbie from the movie itself, as I want to keep the experience as authentic as possible with being a huge fan of this franchise. Plus, my girl went through it in the movie. Can't even take a shower without killer popcorn monsters trying to bite her head off. I mean, geez, it's like telling a Pokemon fan that you like the recent Pokemon games. They just aren't having it. Gameplay-wise though, the game not only manages to stay true to the movie with ridiculous weaponry from the movie like popcorn bazookas, balloon traps, cotton candy ray guns, and gigantic over-the-top hammers, but it also stays authentic and true to the source material of the movie as well. From aesthetic of the layouts of each map, down to the music itself, which includes the iconic Killer Klowns from Outer Space theme song. I should be off trying to survive from these pesky clowns, but you know what? No, I don't think I will. I'm going to stay just to jam out to this banger of a song. But say you do want to survive unlike me, what do you, as a weakling human, have to use to defend yourself? Well, as a human, you'll be able to stealth and run your way around the map to find items like throwable baseballs, baseball bats, whacking sticks, pistols, shotguns, etc. But due to how strong and freaky the clowns are, it's probably best to avoid them and try to make your way to one of the escape routes should you survive long enough. The gameplay overall for this title is as chaotic and slapstick-fueled as the movie itself, with you playing as the clowns we mentioned before, with the objective being to not let the humans escape by any means necessary. This means you can chase them down with your cotton candy ray gun to turn them into a giant cotton candy cocoon, so that you can hang them from a hook for extra EXP until they die, use your hammer to bash them over the head until you're able to enter a mode called Clowntality, which is a death animation that is taken from the movies itself that involves you either uppercutting the human to their death or showing up at their doorstep and zapping them, turning them into a pool of mush that kind of looks like Pizza the Hut from Spaceballs. Clowns early on also get upgrades and new abilities as they level up, with you as a human and a clown being able to hit a max level of 50. While you're looking at weak and pathetic humans, you're able to use abilities such as Clown Jump, which allows you to get an overhead view of the map, then jump to that specific location, which at the moment doesn't seem very useful due to reasons that I will discuss in a second. Clowns also have an Energize ability that allows you to momentarily get a boost of speed, as well as health regeneration, which I used a lot to piss people off with. There was quite a few times when I would be getting ganged up on by like 3 or 4 humans. I'd be swinging away at every one of them like, "Come on, you human scum!" Da-na-na-na-da-na-na-na-na. Bam! And I'd actually take them down to get them in for a clowntality. However, I'd also take massive damage, making me vulnerable to attacks for my nose to be shattered and die too. But they don't know about my ultimate skill. Retro gamer fingers. Yeah, that sounds weird saying it out loud. Making Mr. Slave from South Park proclaim, "Oh my!" But mind out of the gutter. What I'm referring to here is when you're stunned, you have a chance to mash your X button if you're on PlayStation, and you'll immediately revive with full health to continue the fight. Because I grew up on button mashers, my button mashing skills is actually the thing that legends speak of, and within a second before they can even kill me, I was terrorizing and killing them again. I guess you can say I wasn't clowning around, right? No? Okay, I'm sorry.
What are you going to do with those pies, boys?
Needless to say, I'm pretty dang good as the clowns. But humans? I can't say I'm very good, but it might be for good reason, which I will now explain. Playing as humans, while basic in itself, is also a bit more complex due to the amount you have to do to not only escape, but also to survive, which can feel a bit confusing at times. While walking or sneaking around the map, which is ideal because if you run around at full speed too much, your sound marker will be activated and the clowns will be able to see your location. So just like Link, you'll need to learn to do the duck walk. During your walk and investigating houses, police stations, coolers, and boxes around the town, you'll find items like a popsicle, soda, or hamburgers that will refill your health and give you a speed boost, as well as find throwable items like bricks and baseballs, which, if aimed properly, can be thrown with precision and hit a clown's nose to defeat them. But my aim throwing stuff is just as bad as my driving and flying skills in other video games, so yeah, good luck on me ever completing that one. Highway to the danger zone. Besides food and throwable objects, you'll also have sticks, wrenches to melee with, including getting your shining on and giving clowns the good old "Here's Johnny" routine and try to chop off their heads. However, the real weapons you want to get are the guns. Get the guns! With the guns, as long as your aim isn't total crap, you'll be able to take down the clowns with ease with no real issue, which almost makes you not scared of the clowns at times. Well, that is, until you get cocky like me and run straight up towards a clown with a shotgun, thinking I'm badass, and literally missing every single shot and then proceeding to die. Oops. But that's only the easy part of playing a human. You're just a mush shield who has to run if you get seen and hope for the best. So what was the annoying part that I was telling you about earlier when playing as a human? The escaping. In recent asymmetrical games, such as Dragon Ball Breakers, you get a notification of when an escape route is activated, and a beacon and a map indicator showing you where it is, and this leaves fate in your hands. You're either going to make it there alive or die trying, just like I did many times. However, in Killer Klowns, you're told to get gas tanks and a spark plug to start up a boat, spark plugs to start generators to activate a portal out of there, wait till the last 30 seconds for the Terenzi brothers to save you, or find a key to unlock a gate as you tear down boards to make your escape to the freeway. Okay, so what, you say? Not so bad, right? Wrong, because while you're gathering that, there's absolutely no icon indicating where to go, how to get there, and it's a case of memorizing the maps or you will not escape at all, ever. Me personally, I've managed to only escape one time in my entire playtime with the game because I can't find where to leave, and when I do, it's too far away from where I find usable objects to begin with. Yikes! Overall, at the end of the day, Killer Klowns from Outer Space, the game, lives up to the franchise's silly standards of craziness. Obviously, it's not perfect, with escape routes being hard to find without a proper map marker system, gameplay as the humans feeling a tad bit repetitive at times due to the spawn rate of too many health items and not enough ways to defend yourself. However, with the game's graphics being delightfully cartoony that captures the heart and soul of the movie, humor staying intact, which doesn't take itself too seriously, and makes you fondly remember the cheesiness of the movie, a leveling up system that actually makes you want to work towards it due to new clown updates, cosmetics and skills, a minigame card system to complete to send friends survival items as you spectate to ensure their safety, and intense and chaotic gameplay of the clowns themselves, giving hours of fun to look forward to. It just makes this title a blast to play in pick up and play moments for a few hours at a time. The love for this franchise shines through in every facet of this title, and honestly, what more can I expect from the same group of people who did an amazing job with the Ghostbusters IP with their last asymmetrical game? Illfonic cares and respects the Killer Klowns, and it shows. But do you? Hard to say. If you're a fan of this franchise, then I highly suggest you pick up this title whenever you get the chance and have a game night with your buddies. If you aren't a fan or curious, go find the movie, give it a watch, have a few laughs, and then come join us in this crazy circus that is the Killer Klowns from Outer Space. So with all this having been said, my verdict is clear. Game & Chick says bye now.